and welcome back to the Credit Authority. I am your host, Rhonda Kulch, and again, every week I try to bring you guests that add value to your day. Maybe they're providing information because you're looking to buy a home or sell a home, or unfortunately maybe you have some legal questions or accounting questions. So every week we try to bring on guests that can help fulfill that need for you. And today's guest is no different. So we are in studio today with Vick Ramdeen. He is not only a mortgage professional, but he is a real estate professional as well, allowing you the opportunity for his experience to educate you on both sides of the transaction. So thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So, normally I have guests, they sit on the real estate side, they sit on the mortgage side. You, my friend, are able to operate on both sides of the transaction. Not necessarily always at the same time, but you are just as experienced in one area as you are in the other.
Correct.
Is there one particular side that you lean more towards than the other?
Mortgages.
Okay.
Mortgages.
You said that really quick.
Yeah, because I love numbers.
Okay.
I love a puzzle. And I used real estate to help my real estate professionals and to be a partner with them.
Okay.
So when I speak to my realtors, I can speak their language. And I make their end of the process a lot easier, because when the clients talk to me about real estate stuff, I can always back them up. But as far as mortgages are concerned, I love numbers. I graduated doing operation reviews and acquisitions, and then I graduated into doing mortgages, and it just was an amazing fit.
Totally different,
Actually not.
The numbers part.
It's the same.
The numbers part, but just going from, an M&A to, over to the mortgage side.
But M&A, there was nothing in the back. With a mortgage, you have a person, you have a feeling, you get to help somebody.
I call it being tangible.
Yeah.
I want to be able to see you. That's like
Not
with our
only
clients.
that, you conclude a transaction and you feel amazing because you helped a family.
Yeah.
And you become part of that family. Because in my 20 years of doing this, they've all become my friends.
Which is great.
They've all become my friends.
Now, we know that you are predominantly on the residential side. Have you ever thought about dabbling on the commercial side?
Total different ballgame.
It is.
It is a total different ballgame. And because I have such connections with my clients, I stayed on the residential side. Because on the commercial side, you're more business oriented. I love it. The money's there. But I feel I make a bigger difference to a family on the residential side.
Which I love, and I love the truth and the honesty that goes behind it, because I've been approached, obviously, as you know, I am, I'll say, well networked. And because of that, people will approach me all the time saying, you would do really, really good. I'm not interested in selling somebody else's product, right? I just want to do my own. And I love that I'm sometimes able to walk away and say, I'm best served exactly where I am.
Exactly.
Because I produce the best value for my client that way.
And not only that, you do the best job that you can. And you help that client more than anybody else will, because you are so into getting it done.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What areas are you currently servicing? Like most of my realtors and mortgage professionals, they're predominantly Long Island, but are you predominantly Long Island, or do you also go into other boroughs as well?
Licensed in Long Island, all of New York State. So I've done deals upstate New York, as far east as Syosset, Ronkonkoma. I've done deals in Brooklyn, of course, downstate New York. I'm licensed in Florida and New Jersey, and I have deals going on in all 4 states right now.
Which is exciting.
It is amazing, because each state's rules are a little bit different, their personalities are a little bit different, and it makes my job awesome.
Now, as somebody from the mortgage industry, I know you said that you've been in the industry for 20 years. We're watching the growth of the market, and we're watching the competitiveness. How do you differentiate yourself from somebody else? Like, if I'm there and I'm interviewing with you and I'm interviewing with somebody else, what differentiates you from somebody else in the industry?
Absolutely. So a couple different things. One, because I have knowledge of both sides, real estate and mortgage, I'm able to bring to the client what his expectations should be from a realtor. From a realtor's perspective, his partner, me, is talking real estate. I will understand where he's coming from. So that's part one. Part two is, you are my client not until we close. You are my client even after we close. So for example, if something comes out there that I know you're going to benefit from, I don't care if you've been my client 3 years ago, you will get a phone call from me. For example, on all our FHA products at Mid-Island specifically, if we close you this year and rates are low next year, we automatically reduce your interest rate at no out-of-pocket expense. No,
Are you servicing those loans?
we're servicing those loans. And we
Big
don't,
differentiator right there.
There
Some
you
people
go.
don't want their loans sold off on the secondary market to find out that there is a servicing company waiting for them.
but you want to know the kicker? In that 1 year, you probably went to Home Depot, you probably spent all your credit cards, your credit score is probably not as challenged. We don't care, because once you paid us on time for 6 months, a year, we'll automatically reduce your interest rate.
So those are the streamlined mortgages.
Those are the streamlined mortgages. There you go.
Do you feel by doing that, you're taking yourself out of the refinance market?
Not at all, because they haven't built the equity yet to refinance into a conventional loan, because that's what people will want to do. And two, I lower their interest rate within 1 year, which saves them $100, $200. That means a lot to a new home buyer.
Absolutely.
And no money out of pocket. No, credit is not an issue because you've been paying us on time. That's huge.
So they're just really predominantly looking at the mortgage history.
That is correct. I literally refinanced the client with a 480 credit score. Not refinanced, but streamlined them at a 480 credit score because they've paid us on time. And that's not because they had bad credits, because they bought a new home. They went to Home Depot, they bought new furniture. It is what home buyers do.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but I was able to save them a couple $100 so they can start catching up again. For my 65 and older clients, I just learned that Nassau County gives you up to 50% off your property tax if you're 65 or over, depending on your income. You wouldn't get this service from another mortgage guy because you're done. No, I'm going to be there with you always.
So you're helping those seniors then, in other words, apply for the appropriate paperwork to put in for their, I know it's a STAR exemption, but
It's not.
It's enhanced STAR? Or
It's
just,
not. It's
not
outside of
STAR
it.
at all?
Not STAR at all.
So it's in addition to?
In addition to, depending on your income, 65 years or over, I believe it is 65, you can get up to 50% off your mortgage tax.
Wow.
The 5 boroughs have that as well. Nassau has that as well. I just looked it up. And it's amazing because I don't make a dollar of it. The bank has nothing to do with it. But this is the relationship.
What we call added value and additional
Correct.
services.
Correct.
Now,
Correct.
how are you getting your business, right? Like we have people that have been on the show that, they are a lead generation company or they're relying on social media. How do people find Vick?
Referrals. That's the thing about doing this for 20 years. I purely work on referrals. People know people that know people, and they just call me. I get phone calls every single day. My friend just told a friend, I should call you. Done. The other organization that I invited you, BNI.
Sure.
They've become a very, very big referral source for me as well. Because, people know who I am, so they call me because they trust me.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that I do is trust, trust, trust.
You're part of that trusted
I
advisor
am.
circle.
Exactly.
They need their attorney, they need this guy.
I'm the go-to guy.
And you're the go-to guy.
I'm the go-to guy. You need credit repair? Come to me. I know the girl.
That's
Done.
right. That would be me.
Yeah, that's you. Yep.
Now, what about on the real estate side? I know that we've spoken about short sales.
Yes.
Is that, most realtors that I speak with, they shy away from that, but you seem to enjoy the challenge?
Well, it's not only enjoying the challenge of a short sale, it's because why a short sale happened. A short sale didn't happen because somebody was trying to be greedy and not pay their mortgage. A short sale happens because there was a divorce, a death, something tragic happened in this family that caused them to be in that situation. Yeah. And this is my opportunity to help them out of it. In this particular case that we were looking at, she had to short sell a house. But the thing about it is if we do a short sale, she can buy a house in 2 years.
Yeah.
She's had 10 years of pure, everything that could happen wrong went wrong for her.
So she just gets it out of the way.
She gets it out of the way, and now she could buy a house in 2 years versus a foreclosure, which 7 years.
And the process, is different. And I think people are humbled and they learn.
It is.
Different, I want to say different responsibilities along the way to home ownership. But I agree, even when clients come to us, we always prepare them that doing a short sale and being part of the process versus being the victim, always makes for a more pleasant ending.
But huge difference because they realize it's whatever the decision is, isn't yours. it's really a third party that you have no control over.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely great idea to make them part of the process.
I love that you do short sales as well.
Yeah.
So again, we are in studio today with Vick Ramdeen. He is a mortgage and real estate specialist. Stay tuned for information on next week's episode. Until then, stay safe. We hope to see you back next week.